Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Purdava session. Yesterday, we started the chapter Serialization for Java. So, this is the program we have seen. So, in this program, what we have seen for any class, to make it serializable means any data we need to write some inside file. We need to implement this as a serializable. So, what we have did is we have one file. 1 minute, guys. We have one file. Okay. In one path. Let me open that path. 1 second. Okay. Now I'm again sharing my screen. Sharing my screen. Okay. So this is the path. This is the path we are giving and the file name abc.txt. Okay. Now, what we are creating? We are creating an object. We are just printing the object. That is fine. The value is printing. We are doing serialization. Serialization starting. For serialization, we required file output stream and object output stream. In file output stream, what we are giving the path where we have to move the Java object inside. We need to write the data inside which file, this Java object, that file name. Then we are doing write object. This write object is default serialization. This write object is nothing but default serialization. There is one disadvantage. This is nothing but default serialization. Okay. Then we are ending the serialization. Then to deserialize it. Again, we starting deserialization. We are reading the file. We are doing object input stream. We are reading the object and we are just ending this. Okay. If you are printing this, you will get the object also that we have seen yesterday. What is the default serialization disadvantage? I will show you now. Just let this run this program. Try to observe. Okay. Let me debug in debug mode. You will get the T1 object data also. See, T1 is coming. X and Y is coming, right? X and Y is coming. Means we are getting the data after deserialization. That is perfectly fine. Now. Let me take one example. Instead of this, let me use X as username and password. In the same program, I am going to change. Okay. Just think one situation where we have using username and password. Credential we are using. And I don't want to move my password to the file. I don't want anyone to know the password. Right? But tell me one thing, guys. Let me change the code. I am giving here string username equals to Amit. This is username, right? String pwd equal to password. Okay, now think. This is Amit. Amita is the password. Okay. Amit is the username. Amita is the password. Think in this way. Now. Okay. Let me use UN here. And here pwd. I am changing this code. Okay. Everything is fine. Just let me delete this line. Okay. Code is changed with username and password. Now try to observe. I am again debugging this. Debugging I am doing. Now you will get mouse over. If we mouse over on T1, what we are getting, guys? pwd Amita and username is Amit. Okay? Now people remember the password with their girlfriend name, right? That's why I'm given here Amita. Okay. So now try to observe. This is the two thing. Just imagine I am giving one keyword here, transient. I am giving one keyword here. Now try to observe. Okay. Now if I will debug this Java application, we know what is transient. See, password is null, right? Password is null. This is the situation. This is advantage. No doubt. If you don't want our data to be travel over the file, abc.txt file is not having the password. That is perfectly fine. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Perfectly fine. Okay, but now I want to customize it. I, I want to customize this. Okay, I want to customize this. How we can customize? That is our concept for today. Try to observe. Most probably we have the diagram also. Right? What we are doing here, what we are doing in this diagram, try to observe. This is the data we are traveling. Just now I will change this as username and password. What is here? This two line is there. Copy this. Paste here. Okay. This is the one thing. Ignore this without statement is there. Okay. And here in this diagram, we have the same thing. What is this? UN equal to Amit. UN equal to what? Amit. And PWT equal to Amita. Okay. Now copy this. Control C. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. I'm pasting here. It is not coming. Fine. UN equal to Amit and PWT equal to null. This is what our current scenario. Okay. This is our current scenario. UN equal to Amit. PWT equal to null. Okay. This is our situation where we are right now. Okay. Now. Okay. We are not able to serialize our password. Okay. This is default serialization. Okay. With default serialization, what we are observing, there is a loss of data, na? Loss of information. Why loss of information? Why loss of information with the transient keyword? Because if I'm using transient, I'm not getting some data also. I'm not getting some data also. But my requirement is also the same. I don't want my password to reveal anyone. I don't want my password to reveal anyone. So there are two situations. I want my password should not be revealed to anyone. Second thing, there should not be data loss also. Means when we are getting deserialization, I should get my password also. But I don't want to store the password here. Both thing I want to achieve. Both thing I want to achieve means here should the situation should be same. Username equal to Amit. Did I start the recording also, right? Yeah. Username equal to Amit, password equal to null. In the file, it's fine. But when I am doing deserialization, when I am doing deserialization, I should get password also. But how? But how we can achieve that? So that is what we need to think about, and the concept is called. There are two methods. There are two methods we have to use. One is write object, one is write object, and we have to pass object output stream, object output stream, object here, and we have to write our logic. This is one method. And at the time of read object, we have to pass object input stream, object input stream, object input stream. These two methods we have to use. Okay. This method will be executed automatically by JVM. Okay. Now I will do some changes in my program now. Try to observe. Try to observe. This is my current program, right? This is my current program. Try to observe. Let me stop this. Okay. Let me close this. Let me copy this complete program in this test class so that older program we will have. Okay. At the same time, we have current program also. Copy this part. Let me copy this here and paste here. Okay. And just let me do implement serializable. Implements serializable. Without that, not possible now. Without it, not possible. Serializable. Serializable. Okay. Let me keep those two programs next to each other. Okay. Left program I am running. We are getting no problem. Debug as Java application. You can see password is null. Okay. Now let me stop this. Come to right side. I will modify this program. We need to use what? We need to use two method, right? We need to use two method. Okay. We need to use two method. What are the two method, guys? What are the two method? The method is private. These are predefined method. Huh? Right object. Right object. Okay. Now object output stream OS. This is one method. Okay. What is the other method, guys? Other method is read object, right? Let me private, private, private void read object. Perfectly fine, right? What is the parameter I need to pass here? Object input stream. Object input stream. Object input stream. Okay. Let me give files. Format this. Select all. Control Shift F. Okay. You understand the requirement, right? You understand the requirement by seeing this diagram, what we are doing. Otherwise, if you won't understand, then you will confuse. Our requirement is we should use transient also. We should transient when we are using transient keyword. When we are using transient keyword, Amita is not coming in that at the time of deserialization, because at the time of deserialization the password is not storing into this object inside the file. That is perfectly fine. It is not storing it fine, but we are not getting the data at the time of deserialization. So our two condition in the file, in this object, it should be null. But at the time of deserialization, we should get the data password also. So we are trying to achieve both the things. So that's why I am keeping the key password as is transient as it is. Okay. Now guys, try to observe. Now try to observe. What is the logic for this? What is the logic for this? Now let's try to understand something we need to customize. Okay. Try to observe left side code also and right side code also. At the time of serialization, we are reaching right object. Na? This is the method, na, right object. Inside right object, what we are passing? What we are passing? We are passing, see, observe here, file output stream, then object output stream, then with OOS object output string, we are calling this right object, and whatever the object we are writing here, right? But here we are doing some customization for this right object. Right object. Who can call this method OS? Who can call this method this right method? Right? Same. We have to call this method. We have to call this method. I'm not doing any changes. See, instead of calling this method, okay, I am passing object output stream. Where is object output stream here? I will pass here. OOS. Now this is going to, this is, we are going to change something. Now try to observe what the changes we are going to do. I need to write some logic inside my write method to achieve something to avoid null. Right? Now try to observe. Whatever the data is coming, first we will modify here also. This is perfectly fine. Test t equal to new test. We are just printing here. We are doing serialization. Okay? We are giving the path name, file output stream, everything is fine, right? Till this. Now what we are doing? We are doing object output stream. We are doing what? Object output stream. After object output stream, what we are doing? We are calling write object. We are calling what? Write object, and we are just passing this t. We are just passing this t. Any doubt here? Same thing is there. Same thing is there. Just what we are doing? We are just writing this method in our own logic. What is this concept is known, guys? What is this concept known? We are this is one class. It has its own method. We are just changing this method, right? In our logic, you know, right? What is that concept? Think think in your brain and answer yourself. Okay. Now, here in this left side, it is going to call the method available in right object. But what we are doing, explicitly we are writing some logic. Say everything is fine. Everything is same at the time of serialization. We are not doing any change. But what we are trying to do some logic here. What is our logic now? Think. What is our logic now? Think. Come here. Come to our diagram. What is our diagram is asking, okay, boss, do one thing. Don't store the password inside this object. Don't store the password inside that object. Instead, keep that passwords other place outside the object. Okay, and not exactly, because there may be chance someone can read. So just keep your password outside of the object. Okay, somewhere here, and just do something not exactly same as it is. Not Amita, just do one thing. Keep some character so that even if somebody is reading also this, they won't get the exact password. We know what is our password logic to retrieve the password from this character. We need to remove this 3 character, right? We know we are writing our logic to create password this in this way. So when we are reading this object, we have to remove this 3 at the rate, whatever the character. So what I will do, I will write some logic. I will change this password and store in this format. Hope you are good. Where is my logic then? Write object. Here I need to add. Here I need to add. Okay. Where is the password coming? At the time of in OS. In OS. Try to observe. Focus. then you will understand. 1 minute, it is trouble. Try to object. Object is there. Inside T object, everything is there that we are passing here. Okay? So we are getting what? T. Now try to observe. T. Try to observe. T dot. 100 guys. Sorry. Not T dot. OS. OS dot default. 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 Right object. See, this is the method inside object output string. What is OS? OS is variable in this line, right? OS is variable of this object output stream. So with this variable, I can call this method na default right object. Okay, now try to observe. Control space. This is coming, right? OS dot default right object. It is asking to throw some exception. So throw perfectly fine. Okay, this is fine. Now, what I want to add, try to observe. I want to modify the password now. How I can modify the password? OS. Sorry, what is our password? Let's take string pwd equal to something. From where it is coming? From where it is coming? Let's say I am adding some password @3 plus pwd. This error. This is concatenation, perfectly fine. One minute. Come here. This is string. It's coming, right? Why it is asking to initialize paste un intersuper save local variable pwd may not have been initialized. Sorry. Why it is error? Here also I am taking variable from this and this is same. They are already. Okay, new password. Let me give new pwd. Okay. Now try to understand logic. I will repeat multiple times, then you will understand. What we are doing in this logic, what we are doing, we are giving username and password. we are giving to this file. We are just doing file output stream. Inside this file output stream, we are telling this is the file in FOS. What is the file? File detail is there. And to output stream, what we are doing, just write whatever inside T object, whatever there in T object previously. But now what we are doing, we are changing the logic. What is the logic we are changing? Okay, boss, no problem. Take this T object, it's fine. Okay, just do one thing, change the password, add 3 at the rate, okay, and just then write the object, and then just write the object. After doing this change, then just write the object. OS dot write object, write same method of object, same method. But what is this? New PWD, new password. Hope you are good. So what it will do? It will create one more object like this in this diagram with Amita at the rate Amita with 3 at the rate characters. We know the password is Amita, but we are modifying it. People, if anybody is going to read the file, they don't understand also, right? That this is the logic, because code is not available to everyone, right? Okay. Now, serialization is done. Serialization is done. Okay. Now, how we will conclude? How we will conclude that this deserialization will give this Amita instead of this null. I want Amita. I want here Amita, right? At the time of deserialization, how? So we have now read object, right? Same thing at the time of deserialization in the left side. What we are doing? We are just reading the object, na. Same thing we have to do. File input stream, read the file path, do the FIS. Only logic we need to change. What is the logic? We are reading the object, but where is this? We are just doing some changes because we have modified the password. We have to remove this character, extra character, right? So for that, we will write some logic. What is our logic? See guys, there is nothing to worry. These are customized method. These are customized method. If customized logic is there, we need to understand. We are a developer, so we are writing our code, we are writing our logic. That is different story. If you think how we come to know, so just think in this way. These are predefined methods. So whatever the logic they are using, we have to use that. And we can just change according to our need. So that is what we are trying to do. Now, read object is there. Now try to object. I will debug again and I will show you each and everything. Left side, right side program, both we will compare. Now try to object. Try to observe. Now, I need to, same way, this variable I made this default write object, right? So we have same way is dot default read object also. Format the control shift F. Same way we need to throw the exception. Whoever exception is calling this method, JVM, so JVM will get the exception. Now, inside this, we have some object, right? That password is dot read object. Is dot read object. See, read object is there, right? We are doing same thing, right? Read object, same thing I am doing. Same thing I am doing. But what is there in that new object? One string is there. Here we are reading the class, but here I need to read this variable. So what I need to use this logic string. String. What it is going to give? One string. New password. New PWD. Right? And now I need to remove this. Whatever the new password we are getting, I will give Amita at 3 times at the rate. I need to remove this and I need to read that. Oh, now observe. Now write. Now try to observe. New PWD. I will repeat again. No need to worry. Okay. Substring. I need to remove those character. That's it. Logic is done. Logic is done. Okay. And I need to store in global password PWD because this is the password going to store now. Now understand the flow. I am running the program, debugging here. Then you will understand the output. Debug is Java application. We are getting the Amit and Amita. First output is coming, right? First thing is output is coming. How it is coming, we will think. Even though we are doing transient keyword. Okay? Now try to observe full debugging. Full debugging. Try to observe. Try to observe. I am stopping again. Debugging this. Everywhere, wherever you want, keep your debugger. It's up to you. I am randomly giving debugger point. So you should know why debugging is important to understand the logic. What code we are writing, even we don't know then how what is the use, right? In regular program, I am using this username and password. I am transferring this username password to the file according to our diagram. Okay? According to our diagram, I am using transient keyword in this object. I am traveling this or transferring this object, but here this password should be null. This is the purpose of transient. That is fine. At the time of deserialization, I should get Amita also to avoid data loss. If we are getting null, we are not getting password. That is data loss. I want to use transient also. I don't want data loss also. So what I am doing? I am doing this Amita password somewhere inside this file itself at this location. Okay. So for this, what we are doing? Now try to observe. F6. F6. Everything is same, right? Everything is same. When we are going here to 34 line number, it is going to write object. Write object previously, what it was doing? Write object previously, what it was doing? It was just writing. This part was not taking care. This part was not taken care. But now we are taking care to this. So this method logic we are writing. This is the method, right? Now this call will come here. Come here. Now observe. OS is having some data inside this, right? We are asking, okay, write the object, but do one thing. Now try to observe, guys. Try to observe. We are changing the password. Whatever the password is there. See, when I will mouse over on the password, what is there? Amita, PWD. Because this is globally, very global variable, class level variable. So wherever you will mouse over PWD, this line is cross means wherever you will mouse over on PWD, Amita will be there. Hope you are good. Okay? Now try to observe. So here, what I am doing, I am changing this PWD. See, now here, mouse over in line number 30, PWD, Amita is coming. Now observe, when I change this line, here Amita, here what new password we are changed. What we are doing, we are added some character to create some intentional confusion inside the file. That's why we are changing the password. Now, whatever the same thing of this left side program, write object. We are writing object. What is T? T is object. Here, what I am trying to do, write object, I am writing one password. What is new password? String. So this is with this, what we are doing, we are achieving this part. We are achieving this part. where there is one more object. Okay, you are good till now, right? Means object is also going to travel, right? Object is also going to, we are going to write the object also, this line, and we are going to add new password also. So both are objects are created, perfectly fine. Come down. The control will come to this line number 35. ठीक है? ठीक है. Put debugger. Do resume. Now try to observe. This line will be printed. Serialization is done. Serialization is done. Now try to understand. We will reach here at that deserialization starts. Deserialization start. Everything is same now in the previous program. File input stream, out object out input stream, reading the object, everything is same na? Everything is same, right? Only thing is that read object method is here also. The call will go here from this line number 41. First it will take care of left side. Okay, so OS dot read object. Where is read object? Here is the read object. Do F6. Do F6. The control will go to line from line number 41 to line number 21. Observe. Right? Control came here, right? Control came here. Same method is there. This is a predefined method. Whatever the data is coming in input stream, we are asking, okay, read that, no problem. But also read object. We are doing and storing as a string, right? Because now what we are reading, according to our diagram, we are right Amita at the rate. We need to read this also, na. We need to read this also, and we need to store that. So what we are doing, read object, and whatever you are going to read, okay, store in new password. Let me do F6. Now it is reading new PWD. So Amita, it is reading. Okay. Now, but what is our requirement? We want at the rate Amita at the time, at the rate Amita. No, right? In our output, what we want in our at the after deserialization in our object, what we want? Only Amita we want, right? Not at the rate Amita. What we are doing? We are doing substring. What is the purpose of substring? Return a string. It will return. See, something is there. Unhappy dot substring 2. It will remove what? 2. 2 means what? Starting first two character. UN it will remove. So what is the pending? Happy will be coming. If second example, Harbison is the example, substring 3. So it will remove 3 character. HAR. So what is the pending? Bishon. This is giving output also. What substring will do? On what we are applying substring? At the rate Amita, what I am giving 3. So it will remove what? First 3 character. So now it will be stored. Now try to observe. PWD is what? PWD is null. Guys, PWD is null. We did not cross line number 24. We did not cross line number 24. We are here only. So PWD is null. According to our diagram, PWD is null, right? If we don't apply that logic, PWD will come as null. I want to add PW to Amita. Where is Amita? Amita is there. Okay. Remove this substring. Select this. What is the output of this? Control Shift I. See, read this carefully. New PWD substring equal to Amita. Because what is the result? Amita. Now, right hand side will become Amita. When we cross this line, right hand side data will be stored into left hand side variable. When we cross line number 24. Did we cross line number 24? No. So that's why PWD is equal to still null. The moment I will cross this line, now what is PWD? Amita. Right? So after this method is done, what is inside PWD, Amita? And what is, where is PWD? PWD is inside test object na. So now the control, after this logic, control will come to where? To this line. To line number 42. Now observe F6. Do resume. This is done, right? See, Amit and Amita is coming. PWD. Okay. So now we are getting right. Amit and Amita, even though we are using transient or PWD. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. Just stopping again. Let me comment this line. Let me comment this line. Means comment means this will won't be part of our code. Let me again do the debugging. Let me again do the debugging. F8 means debugger to debugger. Wherever the next 29 directly go to 30. Where is next debugger? Line number 30 and line number 32. If I will do F8, it will go to next debugger. 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 Now try to observe. Like it will go to line number 41. Try to observe. Next debugger. Try to observe. Now it will come to line number. Where is the call? OIS.read object. Where is the read object method? Here. It will come here. Try to observe. I commented this line, right? Now try to observe. Okay. Do I am adding PWD? What is PWD? Null, na? Null, right? Because here PWD was Anita. But here, what we are reading the file, what we are doing reading the file, inside the file, PWD is null. Because transient keyword is making this PWD null. So when we are reading this read object, PWD is null. So PWD will become null here. I want to retrieve this null from where? This Amita should come here. Right? That's what we are reading that object and we are keeping this here. If I won't do this line, what will happen? Try to observe. I will do direct F8. PWD is null, right? Are you getting what is happening behind the scene? Again, I will tell you, try to observe. No problem is there. I can repeat one more time also. Try to observe. Try to observe. In this logic, when you are making this object, inside test, there is a password and it holds Amita. Right? It holds Amita. Till now you are good. When this Amita will go inside the file, using this transient keyword, it will become null. So here this is null. Here this is null. But we are doing some code changes in object method. We are creating one more object. We are creating one more object. This object is holding Amita at the rate. Okay? Means one more object is created. Okay? This is your file. This is your file. Inside this, at the time of serialization, password is null. Okay? But with this line, we are creating Amita at the rate something. At the rate Amita something, right? Now what is happening when we are coming to this part? This part, we are reading this. So what we are going, we are from here, read object. We are from here, we are going to where read object. Okay. So from this read object, what we are reading? This password. If we don't read this password and we don't add this password to this PWD, PWD become null, na? PWD become null already. Earlier PWD equal to Amita, but PWD become null because of this transient part. So we are adding PWD equal to something because of this line. When we uncomment this line, we are getting deserialized without data loss. Tell me, any doubt? Any doubt? You are able to talk now.
Sir.
You are able to understand complete logic. We are achieving serialization using transient keyword, and we are avoiding data loss also, both the thing. If our requirement in this way, then we have to use customization. This is nothing but customization of this write object and read
Okay.
object. You can do customization according to your requirement. If there is not requirement, it is fine that you don't want, you are accepting at the time of deserialization null. Don't need, no need to write this. It's based on our requirement, but you understand the use case, right? Everyone, right? You guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Everyone understand, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1 minute.
Need to rewatch again.
This kind of concept you have not one time, you have to watch 3 to 4 times. Now you have to watch 2 times. After 3 months again, you have to watch 2 times. After 3 months again, you have to watch 2 times. Whatever the complex concept is there is no human brain in that way. Anyone can grasp in one attempt. You have whatever the concept, difficult concept is there at your learning of core Java. Whatever the topic you are finding difficult, only especially go after 1 month, watch that particular recording. Then your brain will again rewire. After 2 months, again go to that topic. If it is required or not required also. Then you will understand the concept. Okay? Maybe some topic are easier, some topic are, but that way you are making your concept more clear day by day. Hope you are good, right? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. And one more thing, guys. I'm stopping my screen share for now. 1 minute. I am stopping the recording.